Hey everybody, today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and movie review of Kingsman, the Golden Circle Steelbook. I'm also going to be opening up the Kingsman Secret Service Steelbook as well. Not same artwork, but well, basically the same artwork by Dave Gibbons. As you know, I love me some Steelbooks, and I also loves me some Kingsman. So yeah, I'm gonna give my review of Kingsman. Well, while I'm opening up the first one, I'm gonna give my review of Kingsman, the Golden Circle. So the Kingsman Golden Circle, you know, I see movies and then I read reviews to kind of see if I agree with them. A lot of people weren't fans of the Golden Circle, and there were points that I'm like, well, you know, I guess I kind of agree on those. I do feel like it was, I don't know if it was, because looking at the run times, the Secret Service is 129 minutes, and the Golden Circle is 141 minutes. So really, it's only 11, 12 minutes longer than the Secret Service. So, but I don't know if it was maybe just there were times where I'm like, oh, this kind of, this kind of is dragging on. But I still enjoyed it. I saw it twice in theaters, which, you know, movies like The Kingsman, or, you know, if you can go see movies in theaters, especially with the Movie Pass. I've mentioned Movie Pass before. It's definitely catching on. For $10 a month, you literally can't go wrong. I gotta look in the camera. You literally cannot go wrong with Movie Pass. People complain, I never got my card. Bullshit. You got your card. You probably got your card. You just whatever. Threw it in the mail, because it is hard to, whatever. I'm talking too much about Movie Pass, but yeah, you should get Movie Pass. $10 a month. Go see 30 movies a month. You know, see a movie every freaking day if you want to. You literally cannot go wrong. So anyway, so here is the Secret Service. Show you this real quick. See, I thought there was a little scratch in there, but no, that was just some glue. So anyways, I better get that out of there so nobody steals my digital code. So anyways, here is the outside of, try to get the glare off of there. So there is the cover of, or the front cover of the Secret Service. There's the back with Valentine and, trying to remember what that chick's name was. And then you got Harry and Eggsy. And then the inside, you basically got the, you know, the Kingsman logo. Nothing super duper fancy, but I definitely like this, you know, artwork on the outside. Very nice. Very, very nice. And then you got the Kingsman doing their jump out of the plane. Them at Valentine's. Oops, I gotta get this right. I think I gotta reverse my shit here. They got the Valentine's, whatchamacallit, his lair. Trying to think. I think this is, I'm not sure exactly what this police chase. I'm trying to remember. I don't know if that's when he, I'm not sure what that is. But yeah. So anyways, Golden Circle, definitely there were times where it kind of felt long, but I still love it. It's got great action scenes. I know one complaint a lot of people I was seeing were the way the action scenes were shot. I didn't have a problem with it, but I could kind of understand where they were coming from. Especially like in the well, I'm trying to think of the main fighting scenes. Mainly like the car chase at the very beginning of the movie, and then at the basically towards the end of the movie when Whiskey. No, that I'm trying to remember. That was his name. I think his name was Whiskey, wasn't it? And now I can't remember what the fuck his name was. Trying to get this son of a bitch open. God, was his name Whiskey? Pablo, whatever his name is, the guy from. I haven't seen Narcos, but I know he's from Narcos. That guy. Is his name Whiskey? I'm trying to remember if Whiskey was Channing Tatum or Pablo. I'm trying to remember. But Channing Tatum is barely in the movie. They probably show all of it. They don't show all of his scenes, but they pretty much show the majority of his scenes just in the trailer, because he is literally probably in the movie for a total of it can't be more than 5 minutes. It literally cannot be more than 5 minutes that he's in this thing. But anyways, yeah. But the fight scene with, I swear his name is Whiskey. At the end, I don't know if there's a. Yeah, there we go. That guy with his lasso. That thing was fucking sweet. That lasso was frickin' sweet. But that scene, the camera, where I kind of want to know how the hell they shot that, because it's like you got these close-up scenes, and it's like, ooh, and it's like, I really want to know how they shot that. I don't know if they've got that on the special features. Looks like the special features are on the. Yeah, this comes with 2 discs for what? Well, I guess because one's Blu-ray, one's 4K, but all the special features are on the 2nd disc. Inside the Kingsman, Inside the Golden Circle, Black Cab Chaos, Anatomy of a Killer Chase. So they have the chase from the beginning of the movie as special features, but I don't know if they actually have. Yeah, I really want to know how they shot that. How they shot that scene, because that shit is freaking crazy. And his lasso was awesome too. But yeah, and you can find that. I found that scene on, and I love that song. I love the Word Up song by Boss Hoss in that. Oh Jesus, what is that? Is that really a huge... Oh, God, I thought that was a huge freaking scratch in there. Damn, this stupid sticky shit. I literally thought there was a humongous scratch right in that. I don't even know how that would have happened, but... So, yeah, anyways, that... Yeah, you can look up... I'll see if I can find the link to the... It's kind of a shitty cam shot of a theater, but... I love that Boss Hoss Word Up theme. That is awesome. And that whole fight, it was awesome. It was his lasso cutting shit in half, and it wasn't really that long, but I don't know. I loved that final fight. Yeah, it was pretty much the final fight, I guess. I'm trying to think if. Yeah. Because I think at that point, I'm trying to think of what happened to Poppy. Basically, the main villain was Julianne Moore. Her name was Poppy. She lived on her own island, where she kind of, it was like a, I would say 50s theme island. Had like a theater and a diner and whatever. And for whatever reason, she had Elton John captured, which was pretty funny. I don't know, I don't know much about Elton John, but he seemed like a based off the character he was playing in the movie, he seems pretty cool. So yeah, here's the inside of that. So you got your Kingsman logo. Oops. Kingsman logo here, Golden Circle. Basically, the Golden Circle is, I guess, I'm not quite sure. Poppy would like burn a golden circle, literally a golden circle, right on these people's chests. It'd be like, ooh, like basically brands them. But yeah, she's a fucking crazy bitch. She like would grind people into hamburgers. And, yeah, ground up this one guy into a freaking hamburger and made this guy eat him. It was like, wow, that's fucking psycho. But it starts off, I don't want to give too much away because you definitely got to see this movie, but it starts off with the, one of the Kingsmen from Kingsman from the first movie, this guy here, Charlie, actually remember his name, I can't remember exactly what happened to him. He wasn't able to join the Kingsmen. Oh, no, I think he was the one, yeah, he was the one, I think, who was on the train tracks, and he gave up all the secrets, and he's like, oh, we are done. I think he was this guy, Michael Caine's pick. I think he was his pick to be the king, one of the Kingsmen. So, yeah, so he came back, he got, like, this robotic arm that could do crazy shit. And then, basically, since he got his arm ripped off, that is how Poppy found where basically got all the Kingsman information, because this guy's robotic arm hacked into the Kingsman database and basically showed the locations of where all the Kingsmen are, their shops, and, they were having a meeting or whatever, and evidently she sent out these bombs to blew up all the Kingsmen, except for Eggsy and Harry. You find out what happened to Harry. He basically, it shows that that the statesman, yeah, the statesman, who is like like I don't know exactly what you'd consider it to the Kingsmen, like a brother organization or a sister organization or whatever you want to call it, to the Kingsmen. So basically, most of the Kingsmen are, as far as we know, are dead. There's a couple who you're not really sure, Roxy or whatever, but you do find out what happened to Harry. The statesmen find him, whatever, but he did lose his memory. He does regain it later in the movie, but he basically he evidently got shot right in the fucking eye, because he has to wear this, he has to wear an eye patch. But yeah, he eventually remembers everything, and yeah. So, but anyways, then there was this kind of side plot. Basically, Poppy was giving out this drug of some sort, caused people to, which is almost, it's hard to say if it's a good idea or not. It's kind of what's happening with like opioids. People are taking these opioids and dying, and it's like, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, basically it kind of paralyzes. It basically they take this drug, and it like, they start going crazy, and Channing Tatum's character evidently took some drugs, and president's assistant took some drugs, and basically the president of the United States decides to lock up all the people who evidently took this drug because they have like, blue veins and whatever. So there was kind of this side plot of the president, being a fucking asshole and not caring about at least the American people, plus, whatever, all over the world. He didn't want to, he pretended like he was going to meet Poppy's demands, but he really wasn't, because he didn't give a shit, because he wasn't dying. So he's like, well, whatever, I don't care about all these, drug users or whatever, so they can die. He didn't really give a shit, so. Oof. Excuse me. So there was that side plot there. But long story short, the Kingsman saved the day. Channing Tatum's character comes out of his. I think they put him in. They freeze his body or something so that he doesn't completely die or whatever the case was. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, my review. I was gonna say there's probably more to that, but I don't want to give away too much. You gotta see the movie because they're good. A lot of fun action. It's very Bond like, but very over the top Bond. So, and from what I hear, they're probably going to be doing a third one, which the Golden Circle didn't make as much. Well, it didn't make as much overall as the first one, but it did meet expectations, at least opening weekend. So it did and it didn't, but at least enough for Fox, potentially Disney now, to possibly work on the third one. Matthew Vaughn is thinking about working on a third one, and this is actually the first sequel to a movie that Matthew Vaughn has directed. So like he did Kick-Ass, but he didn't do Kick-Ass 2. So he's never done a sequel to his own movies. This is the first time he's done a sequel to his own movie. I know at one point I was saying, somebody thought that they were like, well, who the fuck wrote the second one, because it wasn't as good, or who wrote and directed this, and like it was the same people who wrote the first one, the same person who wrote and directed the first one, the same people directed this one. So it really shouldn't be that much different, but it is. I would if I had to rate them, the first one is slightly better, and the second one's definitely very, very over the top. But I loved it. I would definitely give it a 4 out of 5. Definitely worth checking out, especially if you like the first Kingsman. You're gonna obviously see the second one. I'm gonna show you this artwork again. So here's the first one. God, I'm trying to get this glare off of here. It's not gonna work very well, but there we go. So that's the cover of the Secret Service. And you got the spine. Whoops. Flip it over there. Probably gonna be blurry, but whatever. So you got the spine there, and then you've got the Golden Circle. There we go. That looks a little bit better. I love this artwork. I just love Steelbooks because they have sweet artwork on them. One thing you gotta worry about dents and shit like that, but I usually keep my shit pretty clean and safe from dents and shit like that. Usually if any of my Steelbooks have dents, it's probably because I either got them sent that way or they were already that way when I bought them. Sometimes I buy them secondhand or whatever. But and then there's the spine there. So yeah, so I would definitely give Kingsman: The Golden Circle a 4 out of 5. Definitely worth checking out if you're a fan of the Bond films. These aren't definitely not as I've only seen 1 or 2 Bond films. I haven't really watched too many Bond films, but these are and kind of just like Kick-Ass. These are actually based on they're based on comics. So. Almost thought that kind of looked like it went together there. But yeah, definitely, if you're a fan of the Bond films and you haven't seen the Kingsman movies, do yourself a favor and see them ASAP because they're so good. They are really, really good. Yeah, and I can't wait for the third one to see, and hopefully they kind of redeem themselves on the third one. Not that there was anything wrong with the second one, but it was slightly wrong. Story was kind of a little bit all over the place, but I still enjoyed it. I went and saw it twice, like I said. Yeah, I know when I do these reviews, I kind of talk too much about the movie, which I shouldn't do. You should go see them yourselves. Like I already said, go see them. They're good, especially the Secret Service. If you're gonna see one, see the Secret Service. But if you're gonna see one, you gotta see the second one. You have to. You just gotta do it. So take it from me. Go see both Kingsman movies. They're amazing. I wish the Secret Service was in 4K, but it's not. This one, I gotta get my I gotta get a 4K TV set up here with HDR. I have one in my other room, but that one's a little bit older TV that doesn't have HDR. I got one for Black Friday that's got HDR, so I'll have to check that one out and see if it's see how good it looks. I'm sure it looks amazing. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. 4 out of 5 on Kingsman. Go see them. Stay tuned for more reviews, and thanks for watching, guys.